everyone. How are y'all this Sunday afternoon?
We have a special guest. Oh my. I'm
Yeah.
very excited. So we are going to introduce her more than once, but this is special guest Sam. Gonna have to let you know. So I'm going to introduce you again, so don't be surprised.
Yeah.
So hello. It is so good to see you guys. I trust you've had a great weekend. And please make a very special welcome to our guest, Sam. This is Sam. Her channel at the moment is called By Hook or By Needles, Sam. And she is changing her name in the beginning of the year to Sam Yarn Basket.
There we go.
Hello, Linda, Nifty, Leslie.
Hello, you sweet ladies. Thank you for coming in.
And Sandy, good to see you. I will get you a link for the full screen. Bear with me momentarily. And hang on. And hello, Nikita. That is the link for Sam's channel. And I am going to get the full screen version for you. I have no problem with that. Let me get that full screen. And here is your full screen version. I know how much you prefer to have that. I'm glad you had a wonderful weekend. Heidi, so good to see you. And going back to grab Sam's link. There we go. So please give our guests a warm welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you guys.
It is great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Well,
oh, very much welcome. But it's good to see everybody. Let us know what you're working on and what's in your cup. Yep, it is interview day.
Yes, I know.
Hey,
hello,
Jessica.
Thank you so much for hopping on over here. Scampering on over here from Granny D's. We do appreciate that.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Techno. Good to see you.
Techno.
If you see me looking over here a lot, it's because I've got chat. Because I can't see the chat. And this is closer and easier for me to read. So that's why I'm not ignoring people. I'm just reading chat.
Yes, Techno. This is a coven.
We're a coven of crocheters.
Oh.
Be careful before we cast a spell on you.
Wow.
Oh, Heidi is working on her gnome. She has a biscuit tea with Snickers creamer in her cup. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Hey, Cassius.
You have a question? Okay.
It better be a nice one.
Yes.
If it's not nice, you're going bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Are they on vertical? They must be on vertical because I can't see them.
6 divided by 9
is 2/3.
There's your answer. Hello, Carl-Ann. Drinking coffee and working on a surprise for a friend. How wonderful is that?
Oh,
hello,
that's nice.
Good
Zoila, sweetheart, how are you?
Is Zoila here? Oh, great. Hi, Zoila.
Yes. Some of them are in the vertical and some of them are in the landscape.
Yeah.
You're very welcome, Cassius. Nifty just finished making a floor mat for her bathroom using cotton. It is corner to corner, and she used double strand. Hello, Jen.
Hello, DK Jen. Thank you for scampering over from Granny D's.
Great to see you.
Yeah. She's working on a knitted project.
Oh, I'm excited and intrigued.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But it's so good to see everyone.
Yes, it is.
Nikita's working on a knitted project as well.
Wow, all you knitters here today.
You guys just knitting away.
I know.
Wowzers. Well, I am super excited to have you guys here. You know I'm going to sit here and give Granny D a minute or two to join us because, well, that lovely lady is certainly kind to send all of you over here to join us. And I'm going to tell you a little bit. Sam is from Australia. She was kind enough to agree to an interview with us today. And I really appreciate that. That was super kind. So, Maureen, why don't you tell everybody what you're working on?
I am working on a pattern for an ear warmer that will drop this coming week. In fact, I have several that'll be dropping. So trying to give you something to kind of finish up. If you have last minute gifts to make, I'm going to have a few of them to give you some ideas.
Well, Jen is working on making the bed and then heading to take a bath.
Oh, lucky you, girlfriend.
Wonderful.
And Sandra is working on a hook holder for all of her hooks.
Wow, that's
it?
That's fantastic.
That's a good idea.
Let us know if you're crocheting it, Sandy. I am crocheting an angel doll. I had to set it aside. I could not find my floral wire, so I had to get some more. It won't be here till Tuesday, so I'm going to work on something else while I wait for my floral wire. No, I don't know what I'm going to work on. Yeah. Oh, and Michelle is making a pattern for a great project. I am super excited.
Yes, we are.
That'll be exciting. Wow. Let us know, Sam, what is on your hook or needles?
At the moment on my hook is a gingerbread.
Make her big.
I'm doing that. Look at this.
A gingerbread. I will put it up against my shop.
Oh, that is so cute.
So he's got a leg missing because someone's including him.
A one-legged gingerbread. That's adorable.
And, and I've got his arms, but I'm just sort of, that's as far as I've got so far. So he's a work in progress.
That's adorable.
It is.
That's what I'm working on. I've not got anything knitted I'm working on at the moment. So,
well, I love that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it's cotton. And it's lovely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Oh, I love that. I think that's fantastic. Well, this is for all of you coming over here to raid. I appreciate when you guys come to raid us. You guys are so amazing every time you do. Well, I guess it's time to put Sam on the hot seat.
There we go.
Oh my gosh!
Spotlight. No,
I think
wrong person.
I know. I'm trying to put us on the side, but it's not doing it right. Hang on. Let me find the other one. I'm looking for it.
Oh, we're all on the side.
How in the world is this? Why is this not working? That wasn't it either.
Well, that is.
No, that wasn't working. There's my Granny D, my darling.
Hello, Granny D, sweetheart. How are you doing?
Thank you so much for what you do, Granny D. This is for you, sweetheart. And as we see, Froggy's making a mess of things. But, okay. There we go. Sam's on the hot seat.
There we go. That'll work.
If you have questions for Sam, please put them in the chat. So we will try to get to as many as we can. But we're going to start out with Sam. You both crochet and knit. I know that because I'm an avid fan of your channel.
Mm-hmm.
I do both knit and crochet, yes.
Which did you learn first?
I don't know. I think I probably learned crochet first.
Ah. So who taught crochet and who taught knitting? And I'm excited.
Sandy, thank you so much for jumping in, sweetheart. I do hope, though, that you'll catch the replay.
I'm sorry.
My dad's mother taught me to crochet when she came to Australia to visit.
Oh.
So I was about 8 or 9. And then my mother's mother had taught me how to knit at around about the same age.
Oh, wow.
And my mum had also taught me how to knit because she was the knitter.
Oh,
I also learned embroidery from my mother And yeah, so it was very craft field family. Every Christmas we would get, you know, a new book, a new crafty thing to do, whether it be crochet, knitting, you know, melting plastic down to make a picture or whatever the case was. You know, there was always something to do. So yeah.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah.
You're
But
very
even though my grandmother was British and she taught me crochet, she taught me US terms.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
Which is weird. Which is kind of weird. But yeah.
Really?
So,
yeah, is weird. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well,
but I
now
think
I'm going to have to know, are you a left-hander or a right-hander?
Right-hander. I think that's my
Are
right hand.
you a knife holder or a pencil holder?
Definitely a knife holder.
Man.
When you knit, are you continental or English?
This is going to shock you, but I'm actually English.
I'm not shocked.
Well, I say it's going to shock you because most people say if you learn to crochet first, when you learn to knit, you are always continental.
True.
Because you hold the yarn in your left hand. But that wasn't the case with me. I'm more of a flicker than a thrower, but it's always English style. I can do continental. But it's very tight. My tension is all out. Yeah, when I try.
And see, I have just learned. I wanted to interject here. Just since September, I have been practicing knitting. But I was fighting with my tension so much because, you know, being a crocheter for many years.
5 years.
5+. We'll just leave it at that. How's that? Anyway, the tension part was just driving me nuts. And someone told me, Maureen, why don't you try doing continental? I am a much happier camper.
Yes.
I really, really am. I am a much happier camper doing it continental because I can hold it in the left hand and, I mean, you know, control it with my left hand, and I do like it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like that? You're welcome.
Yes, I like that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, I tried to do it throwing because I took classes on learning to knit, and they wanted me to throw, and I couldn't figure out how to maintain tension.
Right.
Yeah.
At all. They would never help me to learn continental. It took me watching a TV show called Knitting Daily, and a particular teacher on the show called Uni Jang taught me, you know, was doing it continental. So watching her on the TV and slowing it down, and watching her in slow-mo, I was able to learn by watching her. But yeah, you are correct. Majority of crocheters who learn to crochet first end up knitting continental. That's correct. Very smart. Very, very smart. What are your favorite crochet hooks?
I'm a clover. I love the clover.
Very popular.
I do have one furls, the metal type. Hang on.
Yep. Yeah, I know which one it is. You have the onyx.
Yeah. But I also love the O-Fire.
Oh yes.
O-Fire.
Very beautiful.
I like that because it's got like a little bit of a grip on it. But,
nice.
My go-to is the clover. I had a set. Is a birch set. I don't think that is a brand you get, but it's a brand we get over here, Birch. And although it was okay, when I got the clover set and I started crocheting, I was like, I couldn't believe the smoothness, you know, the ease of gliding through in and out of the stitches. It just blew my mind. It really did.
Wow. Hey, Tashira, it's good to see you, sweetheart.
Hello, Tashira. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
I mean, clovers, honestly, I started out with Susan Bates. Then they came out with clovers, and I started using those. And it wasn't until furls came out that I had switched. Clovers are a wonderful hook. They're like butter through the yarn.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What are your favorite knitting needles?
Xiaogu. And yeah, Xiaogu. They're in fact the only set I use. I have a few old circulars that I used to use, but since I bought the Xiaogu, I don't use anything else.
You know what? I don't blame you. They're my favorite
Yeah.
needles, and believe me, I have many sets, and Xiaogu is my number one.
The only thing I would say against Xiaogu is I had the red cables, and this one chewed through 3 of the cables.
Oh no!
So I bought all new cables.
You have to.
And then they released the silver swivel 360, and I thought, okay. So I bought all the different lengths of those, and they are awful. Don't buy them.
Oh no!
My opinion only. And the reason is, you know, where you got the needle, and there's that sort of taper where it goes to the board. Now with the red cables, it's fine because it's fixed and it's really smooth. But because it's a swiveling one, there's a little notch going up, and so that the cable can spin inside. And so when you're trying to push your stitches up, I'm constantly getting caught on that.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. I won't buy them.
Yeah, because they're not cheap. The 360. No,
they're not.
Like I say, I bought one set only of like all the different sizes, and I thought, well, I've got converters to change to larger needles if I need to. But I was so disappointed. I really should have just bought one cable and tried it first, I guess. But
I'm glad you told me. I won't be getting them. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
Hello, Cindy. Hello, Gwen. It's good to see you.
Hello, Mama Gwen and Cindy. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Oh my goodness, that's awful that happened. Well, now we're going to ask you your favorite yarns, and you can name more than one.
Yeah.
Well, my absolute favorite yarn has to be Bendigo Woolen Mills, which is a local mill. It's about 4 hours away from me. Unfortunately I can't get there to get out to get there, but they do postage, and it's 100% merino superwash, but they also do combinations. They do with bamboo. They do cottons. They do 100% cottons, which are wearables. Cottons are really soft and beautiful, and they all come in 200-gram. Most of it comes in 200-gram balls, or donuts, and that's really good. But then that's my wool ones and my cotton ones. That's what I like. But with acrylic, my new favorite is the Yarnsmith Create, which I've got one here. That label.
If anybody's interested, you can get that from the Wool Warehouse. Hello, Trish. Welcome in.
So that any of the Yarnsmith label, it's a new label for Wool Warehouse. They've created their own label for their own, for the company. But I also like Stylecraft. That's a really great acrylic. What other? I'm not a fan of the Skepia's Color Crafter acrylic, but that's my usual go-to. We've got Spotlight here, which is a bit like your Michaels and your Joann's used to be, and they sell an acrylic which I find is very much a red heart, and I'm not a fan, but I will use it if if it's just for something that you're not wearing. I find that okay for all those.
I have found that I do like the red heart when I'm doing amigurumis. I honestly do. Because I do like the stiffness.
Yeah.
And it helps with the structure as far as I'm concerned. But I have gravitated away from it as far as an everyday acrylic if I'm working on other things.
Well, see that you're right there. With the beauty with the red heart is because it is so stiff. It will, and you can use it for amigurumi instead of having to use cotton, which then reduces the cost for you, which is great. But it does hold its shape too. When you stuff it, it's not going to go out of shape.
No.
And even if you sort of wash an amigurumi with that stuff, it doesn't go out of shape.
No, it doesn't.
So it is good for that, but it's not my go-to for wearables or anything like that at all. But yeah.
Hey, Crafty, welcome in.
Hello, Crafty sweetheart. How are you doing?
So now here comes the fun part. What are your favorite things to crochet and your favorite things to knit?
It changes.
I
I love making blankets. I love making blankets. And that goes for crochet. Crochet is my favorite thing is blankets. I will show you if I can get the cat out of the way. Go on. Nope, she's not going to move. Just finished the Universe in Bloom.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
Now, this is only
You're only seeing part of it. If you want to see the whole thing, you got to go to her channel.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be putting a photo up soon, but it's like you can see it's huge. It is.
Yes, it is.
Huge.
Oh, it is so stunning.
Just finished making that. So I love crocheting blankets in particular, but I'll do scarves and things like that. I've lost one. I love to knit.
Oh, he's so cute.
I've lost the other one.
She's like, where do you go?
Was that an elf or a Grinch?
It's a Grinch.
Yes, ma'am.
Grinches.
Oh, Grinches are cute.
Lori, you can call me Froggy, or you can call me Jen.
Hello, Lori. How are you, sweetie? And I think Terry came in here just a minute ago.
Hey, Terry.
But I'll knit blankets as well.
Oh, wow.
Isn't this one pretty, folks? Look at this. I'm excited about this one.
That is stunning.
I'm excited. Doing a tutorial for that in the new year with my new channel name and everything else. So yeah,
I can't wait for that because I'm going to follow that tutorial.
Yeah, it's just a log cabin one. It's really easy, but if you're a beginner, I'm going to go through all the steps of how you pick up the stitches and all the rest of it, and I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible to follow.
I'm excited.
That's what Maureen wants.
Knitting for me is usually wearables. So knitting is usually my hats, my scarves, and all that sort of thing. Whereas crochet is usually household stuff, my blankets, but also, scarves and that sort of thing as well. But yeah, I mean, I love crocheting blankets. That's my thing.
You going with me, my darling? Anytime. You know where I am. You come with me. That's awesome. If you have questions, make sure that you put them in the chat. It will help out. So
if you want to know anything about Australia, I'm happy to answer general questions about Australia.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be anything about me specifically. You know what I mean?
What do you think is the biggest difference with your knitting and crochet and Australia versus the US versus the UK?
That's really easy. And I noticed it almost immediately. The US use a lot of 4-weight and chunky yarns. You use a lot of, so that's in Australia, a 4-weight is a 10-ply. And in the UK, a 4-weight is an Aran weight, or sometimes also known as a worsted weight. In Australia and the UK, we mostly work with an 8-ply, which is a DK in the UK and a 3-weight in the US. So yeah, I've noticed that Australia and UK will use a lot of finer yarns, thinner yarns, whereas the US is much more a chunky, bulky sort of yarny place. I find it sort of, if I want to buy a chunky yarn, that's probably the best place to go.
Oh yeah. The other thing that we had found a difference in was the sizing on the hooks.
Yes.
And the well, like in the US, they go by letters.
Yeah.
The rest of the world goes by the millimeters.
Yeah.
And when it comes to your yarn, we go by yards, and it's only the US that does that.
Yeah.
Everybody else goes by meters.
Yeah. It's an easy enough conversion. I mean, it's just 10%. give or take. I mean, it's not precise, but it gives you, I mean, like, so this skein here is like 160 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So 10% of that would be 16.
Yep.
So you add 16 onto that, and that becomes 176 yards.
Exactly.
According to this label, though, it's actually 174 yards. Well, that just goes to show how close you can get it with just adding 10%.
Right.
Oh, yeah. It comes so close.
You know?
It just gives you a good estimate.
It does. You know, so if you're ever stuck and you sort of think, you hear meters and you wonder, well, just, add 10%, and that's going to give you your yards. Give or take.
It's a good estimate.
It is a good estimate. And it really it's yeah.
It's a very, very good estimate.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes a big difference. Maureen, do you have any questions? She uses U.S. terms. There are no Australian terms. It's pretty much U.S. and UK.
Right.
Yeah.
That differ.
I can use both. I prefer, I'm more with UK, US terms, sorry, just because I was taught that. Like, but I can just as easily do, UK terms. In fact, I've done cows in the past where I've gotten the written pattern in the US, and then the tutorial online has been in the UK terminology, and I've been fine. I can literally read the US version, but crochet following the UK version. It's just
Right.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Welcome back, Greenie D.
Do you work off of charts?
Love charts.
Oh,
Love
good.
charts.
Good.
Oh, awesome.
I honestly believe that in 20, 30, whatever years' time, there won't be written patterns.
No,
I agree.
Everything will be in charts.
I agree with you.
Yeah, because it's universal. It's going to get rid of all this SCHD, or D, DC and all that sort of thing. And really and truly, they're easier to read than you would think. And I've actually done videos on how to write a graph, how to interpret a graph, and all the rest of it. I'm going to redo some of that next year as well, because, I think it's just so important. I've downloaded a load.
I was just going to say, I always strongly suggest when people ask me what's the one thing you would recommend for a beginning crocheter, learn how to read a chart.
Yes.
Because I have found many times in some of the patterns that I have purchased, especially and I love it whenever the chart's included, because sometimes I can't understand what it is they want me to do in the written text.
Yeah. But
if I have the chart to fall back on, it's like, oh, I know what that is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think it all comes down to proofing. And I don't care really, honestly, how many times or how many testers we have go through and look at our stuff. There is invariably going to get something. There's going to be something that gets skipped or mistyped. You know what I mean? And so if there is a chart available, I really do think that being able to read the chart is just such a wonderful, wonderful tool to have.
Oh, absolutely.
It is. I agree 100%. I've downloaded a load of charts from Turkey, from Russia, from Ukraine, all the beautiful crochet work. But there's no way I could ever understand the patterns. So to have the chart is just so helpful. It really is so helpful.
Absolutely. I've done Japanese patterns, Japanese lace.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Same thing. Yeah, exactly.
Now, my only issue now, being visually impaired, I can't read a chart.
Right.
But I have friends who can help me with that. So
that's how my grandma taught me to crochet. She would give me patterns that were charts, And I had to literally sit down and write out in text what each row represented. So that's what helped me to read a chart. I had to learn the symbols, and then I would write it out. And so, it takes time. And I realize a lot of people don't want to hear that word, to take the time to learn it. But if it's a craft that you're going to want to really invest your time in, I think that it's important to learn these tools. And to me, reading a chart is a very, very useful tool to have and to be able to use. Because like Froggy said, and you said, there's so many patterns from other countries. The only way you can get it is in a chart.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, really, if you have any problems with trying to understand charts, there are designers out there, and I've seen them where they'll have the written part, and then they'll have photos.
Yes.
And then beneath the photos, they'll actually have the chart.
Yeah.
There's a lot of patterns like that.
That is a way, like if you are only visual and you can only follow YouTube tutorials because you can't read a pattern or follow a chart, try and find one of those patterns. I tell you what, you can go from one to the other and you go, oh, okay, yep, okay, I get it. Crafty asked about cockatoos in Australia.
Yes.
No, they are not like pigeons. We have a lot of pigeons here as well. Cockatoos, I have seen them around here. We do get a lot of them. They are very destructive, so I'm glad we don't get them. But no, we don't get them.
Lori,
it depends where you are, I guess. I mean, I'm sort of rural. It depends where you are. You gonna settle down too? All right.
Lori asked what your favorite stitch is.
HDC, her half double crochet for sure.
Oh, yes.
Just flows. It just flows. I don't know what it is about it. It just flows.
And it's that nice balance between the single and the double. It's not too tall. Yep. And it gives just that extra little loop in there. Just gives it that nice little squishy texture feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. I love double crochet.
Leslie says, absolutely, Maureen. I've started my fiber journey with counted cross stitch as a preteen. There are no written patterns in that, only a chart with a symbol box.
That's right.
Yes.
And honestly, it's I'm going to tell you how easy it is. Like, this is just a really brief lesson. A single crochet is a plus sign.
Yep.
Okay. A double crochet is a T. All the other signs are a T. A double crochet is a T with one line through it. Like, how you get the little horizontal lines or on an angle. So think to yourself, okay, you've got your hook. You've got a loop already on it. You loop over once to do a double crochet. That's the line through the T. Yeah. That one loop over is a line through the T. So that's how I read it.
Right.
That's a double crochet. Then you got a T with two lines through it. So that's a treble because you're looping over twice. And so on and so forth. And that's how I find it the easiest way to read them. Whereas the half double crochet sort of ruins it a little bit because, because it's just got no lines, but then that sort of lets you know that it's a half double crochet. But it really is. Once you get that, it's just,
And your chain is your circle.
Yeah. Or, well, it's like a oval, isn't it? More.
Yeah. It's more of an oval.
Yeah. And then you've got your swirl is like that's a magic ring to start off with. A dot, just a big dot, is a slip stitch. So they're really easy to sort of read in that respect. The only time it can get a little bit confusing is between clusters and popcorns and things like that. When you read those, you've got all the lines and everything. But once, there's always a legend. There's always a legend with them to show you what stitch is what stitch. So,
it's like reading a map. There's always a legend.
Yeah,
and it's really well. And there's usually numbers to tell you, like if it's working from the center outward, there's normally a number to tell you which round you're on.
Yep.
So
And they change the color. They usually change the color every second round as well, so that you can't get confused. Oh, does that stitch belong in this round or that? Because that can get a bit daunting with some of the really complex designs. But usually they're different colors. So, all the evens will be blue and all the odds will be red or something. So, yeah. And because the line shows you exactly where it goes into the stitch below, if it's directly above the stitch below, it's into the stitch. If it's next to the stitch, it's in between that stitch and the next stitch. Yeah. It's
You're
just
amazing.
a matter of learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can go to the library and check out a book on Japanese lace. And it is all charts.
Yeah.
And you could do Japanese lace right from the charts.
Yes.
And that sounds daunting. It's not. It is very easy. You read a chart, you can work right from the chart. And it is some beautiful work.
Oh, yes.
I did some of that for my grandmother, who taught me to crochet 50 years ago. I didn't do it 50 years ago, but that's when she taught me to crochet. I did make some of that for my grandmother, and she displayed it in her house and was so proud to tell people that I did that for her. And it was from a chart. She taught me to read charts.
Yeah.
She taught me everything. Hello, Martha.
Hello, Martha, sweetie. How are you doing?
So there's, step out and do it. So you can go to Sam's channel and you can find out about reading some charts. You can also go back into some other TFF episodes where we taught you to read charts.
That's right.
We are doing great, Martha. We certainly hope you are too. Martha, please welcome Sam. We are interviewing her. And I want to remind you guys that you can ask any questions you like, whether it is about Australia, her work that she does, crochet or knitting, or her channel. Yeah.
How long have you been doing amigurumi, Sam?
Good question.
Probably only on and off for probably 5 years, probably. I say probably a lot, haven't I? Because I didn't really think of it as an option before that. I've got all the Jean Green, you know what I mean.
I know who you mean.
Yeah. She does a lot of knitted toys.
Right.
I've got her books, but I never considered it as something that you could also crochet. I don't even know what the first thing I saw was that was crochet. But once I saw that, I thought, that's brilliant. I love the idea. I love the idea of being able to knit a toy. I knitted my grandson, and crocheted my grandson a little duck. In cotton, which he loves, and and like I say, I'm doing me gingerbread man. I knitted because these are Izzy doll. I don't know if people know what an Izzy doll is.
Well, tell us.
Okay, these are an Izzy doll. They can be knitted in the flat or in the round. This one was knitted flat. I don't like the way it joined at the back. They were created by a guy. Now I can't remember what his rank was. He was in the armed forces, and his name was, I think, Mark Izzy Isfeld. His surname was Isfeld, so everyone called him Izzy. He and his mother came up with the idea because he was positioned in war-torn areas. They came up with an idea of the Izzy doll, named after him, to give to children in the war-torn countries who'd lost everything.
Oh, man, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Mercy.
Now, there is a website you can go to, and I think it's a Canadian one, and it's called the Izzy Doll Initiative, or Izzy Initiative or something. And that gives you a history of the Izzy doll. It tells you how to make the Izzy dolls. There's loads of ways you can do it. You can do it like all in one, and then you just like sew a crease for the legs and a sew crease for the arms, or you can sort of do it. You can do it more like a crochet thing where you can do the legs separately and then the arms separately. It's up to you. But
Oh.
Izzy dolls, I think, are just brilliant. And all the patterns are free, and you're encouraged to make them and give them to charities.
Oh.
But I love the idea of giving back to or giving to children a
Right.
toy, something that they can love again. And because it's they're generally so small, this is probably a little bit bigger than they normally are. They're probably only about that big.
Oh, that's so cute.
But I made one that was super big.
Wow, I love that.
And they're not Chinese eyes. Please don't think I'm being racist.
No,
they were meant to be closed eyes.
I love it.
She was meant to be sleeping. So yeah.
Well, DK said that she made an Army Izzy doll about 5 years ago.
I love that. Nifty. Lori said hello to you. Martha said
they do them in the camouflage gear on the website, on the Izzy Doll Initiative. But yes, you can make them as big as you like. But I think the whole purpose of making them small was so that, I guess soldiers or, the Red Cross or whoever could carry a load of them to hand out, rather than have like big toys to hand out. And of course, then it's easier for the child to, carry, hold, put in its backpack or whatever the case may be. But yeah, great initiative. Really great.
Martha said, lovely crochet behind you, Sam. Sam, what is your cat's name?
This one is Joey. This one's Joey. And the other one who ran off because she doesn't like Joey. Joey's yeah. She was Maggie. But this one's Joey. That is actually the Enigma, it's called. Not finished. It's an incomplete Enigma. I couldn't bear finishing it. I'd lost my motivation by the end. But if you do want to try and make that one, it is called the Enigma. I think it was made by Deirdre, who happened to be the same person who made the balloon. Mm-hmm. And she is from Look What I Made is her name of her website.
Yes, Look What I Made.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah. So the Enigma is actually, it's square there, but it's made rectangular because they add a panel to the top and the bottom with lots of flowers and all that sort of thing. So
yours is gorgeous.
It's a pretty one. Yeah, it's a pretty
especially
one.
With the colors you chose. I did put the link to the Izzy Doll Initiative in the chat for everyone, and I'm dropping Sam's link again. If you are not subscribed to Sam, please make sure that you do. If you're not by now, I don't know what's wrong with you. But throw some yarn in Sam's window if you would, please.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't be put off by the name. Like Sam's Yarn Basket is what I'm changing the name to. At the moment, I am by hook or by needle. So I probably could have put both names in, but I wanted just to advertise my new name.
She's just showing you her new name. That will happen at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But no, you will still be able to go to the same YouTube channel. You are very welcome, Crafty. Absolutely. Anything else you need? I'm enjoying this so much. You guys have no idea. I was picking her brain before live. Absolutely.
Can I advertise?
Advertise away.
Christmas Eve, Australian time, 8 a.m. I have got a premiere coming out, so you can actually see it already on my channel. Mm-hmm. And it is called...
I'll grab that link.
I can't remember what it's called. Twas the night before Christmas. I can't remember even what it's called. But what it is, it's a poem. I've written the poem in the same style as a very famous poem. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas poem. Mm-hmm. But I've changed the words dramatically so that it becomes a crafter's lament almost.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
I'm decked out in Christmas gear. I made it back in June when it was cold here so I could wear my Christmas hoodie.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Otherwise I would have melted. But yeah, I think it's 9 or 10 minutes. It's not very long. It's just a quick sort of
I
retelling
can't wait
of
to see
that
it.
poem. So it's told in the same sort of, as it was the night before Christmas.
Oh,
But I'd really love for everyone to see that because, I put a lot of work into it, and I actually thought it was a bit funny in parts, and I hope you find it a bit enjoyable and funny as well.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Me too, man. That sounds like a lot of
sounds
fun.
like fun.
But that's my contribution to Christmas this year, is just doing that little poem. Because last year I actually read A Christmas Carol.
Right.
Over 5 nights. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
But I actually, with the Christmas Carol, I actually had little interjections where I'd sort of say, oh, side note,
Yeah.
This is why they did this back in the day. Or, as I cut out huge chunks and I explain chunks that are probably very wordy and very like, what the hell did they mean?
Right.
So I explain a little bit of the history as well, but that's what I did last year, and that almost killed me. So I thought, no, I'm going to do something shorter this year. So I just did the poem.
That's cool that you turned it into a crafter's lament. I think that's going to be awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Martha says you have more patience than me to do blankets like that. Lovely.
You know what? It's one stitch at a time, one round at a time, or one repeat at a time. And, honestly, especially with the bigger blankets, by the time you sort of do one repeat, by the time you've done it for one side, you've almost memorized it for the other 3 sides, But, patience, I think it deserves, probably concentration.
Thank you, Martha, for subscribing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Blankets sometimes are daunting to me. I have to have one that keeps my attention. Real good blanket for that is the Sophie.
Yeah.
Sophie's Universe. Another Look What I Made blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Those blankets on the website really keep your attention.
Oh yeah.
A mosaic blanket keeps your attention.
Yeah.
I can't have something that's just mundane, plain stitches, because I will fall asleep.
Michelle says the 32-row repeat. There you go.
Row repeat.
Yeah. I agree. If I'm just going back and forth, I have made blankets with half double crochets just going back and forth. Yeah. And I've made blankets which are just garter stitch knitting back and forth. But they are really things that I keep for when I'm watching TV and it's something I need to concentrate on the TV. When it comes to blankets, though, if I'm concentrating on the blanket and there's nothing else to watch or whatever, I need something, that's going to keep my attention. And I loved the bloom. It was just, I've done a few of Deirdre's. I actually did the big floral one. Have you seen the one with the big flowers?
Mm-hmm.
I made that as well. Yeah,
I did just drop the Look What I Made website in the chat. There are several blankets in there. And when you go and look at the blankets, there is a YouTube channel with the tutorial to the blankets. Okay, so don't fret over that.
And all you have to do, like, she'll do one repeat, or maybe sometimes she'll do 2 repeats if it's a short repeat, or at the beginning. She might even show you the full round at the beginning.
Right.
But literally, all you need to then do is just rewind and do it again. Rewind and do it again. But, usually the end is slightly different because you have to omit a few stitches or whatever. Right. But it's so easy. That's how I first, I think, was it that one or another one of hers? I literally had to follow the video because I couldn't read the patterns. But I read the patterns in conjunction with the videos, and then I sort of started getting how she wrote the patterns.
Right.
Another one to always look out for is Helen Shrimpton. She does gorgeous blankets. And she's Crystals and Crochet, she's called. And she's UK based. But she does, a free towel every year as well. And And that's amazing. She did, hang on, have I got it here? This, she did one called Mandala Madness.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Oh, come on.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, hang on. Let me get her to make her bag. Hang on. That's Mandala Madness. There you go.
Yes. Isn't that gorgeous? I
Stunning.
love that one.
This is not finished, clearly. The Mandala Madness is circular. It ends up being a big, huge circle that is big enough to cover easily a queen-size bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then someone actually put corners on the circle to make it even bigger. And it would drape over, it would easily drape over the sides and the bottom of a king-size bed. But it is really stunning. That's one of her, I think that's the first one she actually came out with. And I think it was Esther who did the YouTube tutorial for that one. And she's another great one. I can't remember. It's All in a Nutshell. She did.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for right now to get the link for.
Yeah. Now she did the tutorial for it because I think that was that was Helen's first one. She wasn't set up to do tutorials, so she got Esther from there to do them. But I got a girlfriend in the UK. She has only ever really knitted. You can do crab stitches and edging. That's all she used to do was crab stitching as an edging. Yeah. I convinced her one year to join me in a cowl, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it." And I said, "I'm here to hold your hand. You can do it." And she's like, "Oh, I don't think I will." And I said, "Come on, we're going to do it together." And she did, and she didn't need my help at all. She followed the tutorial. And I was usually ahead of her because she has more of a life than me. So I would say to her, "Oh, look, this part's coming up. This is a bit tricky. Do this." Or I did this because that's to help me find the spots and all the rest of it. And that's what I've done with the bloom. She's nowhere near finished. And I said to her, "Okay, when you get to this stage, this is what I did. You need to make sure you got this and all this and this." But I love cows. They're a great thing to do with lots of other people. If you can all just follow along and do a cow together of someone else, it doesn't have to be your own. It's great fun. I love it.
I did drop the link for It's All in a Nutshell YouTube channel. She does the tutorials for the Look at What I Made website. Yeah.
And she does
they are primo.
Mandala Madness too, for Helen.
Yes.
Yeah.
For Helen Shrumpton.
Yeah.
So you really need that YouTube channel. It's All in a Nutshell. The tutorials on that channel for those blankets are phenomenal.
Yeah. Cool. I envy how she
have more people. I don't know.
She's got perfect lighting. She's got perfect angles. She never goes out of the screen like I do, or any of that sort of thing. She is just so professional with how she does it.
So professional. She does not go live. It's just their tutorial videos.
Yeah.
I mean, and they are phenomenal. Yeah. I am very impressed with her tutorial setup.
She's one of my favorite people to watch, and she, and she explains everything.
Yeah.
It's not
even if I'm not making it, sometimes
do this, do that. Yeah, she will show you. Okay, this stitch has got to go in here. See here, it's got to go in this little spot. She might pick up a bit of speed later on, but you can always just rewind, do the repeat again, rewind, do the repeat again until you finish.
Oh yeah.
Easy. Hello, Arrow. Thank you for being with us.
I mean,
hi, Arrow.
I think everybody needs to be subscribed to In a Nutshell, because she is so phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
There are just so many great people out there doing great stuff.
Yes,
and, I wish I had an extra pair of hands and I would be able to make more of what I'm doing,
oh, yeah. I agree.
It would be great.
But
unfortunately, I've only got these.
I know. I can only do so much at one time.
And these only work occasionally.
So you obviously do your own patterns.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I dabble. I mean, this is my little gingerbread man. Is just off the top of my head as I go. Same with my Grinch doll. I followed the format. I didn't follow the number of stitches, and I just sort of went with the flow. I just did, okay, that's long enough. I've done enough green. That's long enough for the legs and the bottom of the body, you know. And then I go, okay, I've done enough red. That's enough for, you know what I mean? Yes. I do a lot of that. So I can look at a pattern and sort of think, okay, I can do that. But it's not never going to be exactly the same. But I do love creating stuff.
Do you think that you might start dabbling into writing patterns?
This is my problem. I can't write a pattern. I mean, I can write a pattern, but I find, just like with my speech, I'm too wordy. I waffle, and I would waffle with a pattern. That is why, you know, if I'm going to do a pattern, I do a chart.
Right.
And that's the only way I can do it.
Writing a pattern is, I should have rephrased that. When I meant write a pattern, I meant chart or written.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's something I would love to do. It's just one of those things, though, because I'm always like wanting to do something else, I just don't have the patience. I mean, to do it. I mean, very often, if I get an idea in my head, I'll get pen and paper and I would write out a quick chart for myself.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Or a quick pattern, and then I've got it there. The only one I've done is my skull. I haven't got handy, but my skull one for Halloween. Now that's filet crochet. I did do a little chart of one repeat, which is available on the video tutorial, but I did a full tutorial for the shrug. But yeah, I just don't have the patience to sort of do it, and then I worry that, you know, what if I make mistakes and all the rest of it, you know. But yeah.
Where do you get your ideas from with the things you create? And I don't mean the patterns from people. I mean the things you just create on your own.
Yeah.
Usually it comes from a need or a want. Like, I've got a friend who loves the Grinch, so I think, oh, I can make a Grinch Izzy doll.
Yes.
And then I sort of, while I'm making that, I suddenly think, gee, what other Christmassy things could I do? And I think, oh, I could do a gingerbread man. And then I think, what if I did a gingerbread man with separate legs? So he could be like that one in Shrek with the leg missing, you know, where they ice the leg together, but I won't have the leg iced together. I'll just have the leg missing as though someone's taken a bite out of it. You know what I mean? And so that's how my mind works. I'm doing one thing, and the whole time, you know, I'm thinking of, well, what else could this be, or how else could I make it this different?
Right.
I mean, I've got scrap envelopes, and I just grab one of them and I write something down. And then before I clean out, I've got to literally read everything on that scrap note to convert it to a proper list for myself. But everything goes on a list. Everything goes on a list that I would like to create. But it's just a matter of...
we make lists like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. I'm a list fanatic. I mean, I've got I actually call this one my crazy ideas. It just says crazy ideas. And it's just pages of what's, things I want to make.
Do you sell the things that you make?
Sorry,
do you sell what you make?
No. Oh. My dad curses me because I have to take a photo one day. I've got 30 full blankets, some baby, 30 full blankets, mosaics, filet, ones like this that are very intricate with lots of color changes and patterns, out in my lounge, all piled high on a TV stand. And my dad sort of says to me, when are you going to sell them? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I need someone to hold them up so I can take photos. And he goes, well, I can do that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then I've got to put them on it. Oh, I don't know, but I've always got, like whenever my kids sort of go to a wedding or something like that, I say, oh, do you want a blanket for a present?
Yeah, there you go. Do you want a blanket?
Isn't it perfect?
But yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
I love that. So is there anything you'd like to say to the chat before we go?
No, just thank you for the opportunity to tell you what I'm all about. Please think about, just have a look, see what you think. You might like me, you might hate me, but you won't know unless you've had a look.
That's right.
Exactly.
And I try and do equal amounts of knitting and crochet, so I'm not sort of very one-sided. I might appear one-sided for a few weeks, and then I'll change to something else. So yeah.
Well, I want everyone to understand the time difference. Right now, I am in the East Coast, and it is 5 p.m. Maureen, where she's at in Texas, it is 4 p.m.
Yep.
What time is it where you are, Sam?
9 a.m.
You see the difference, guys?
Yeah.
So it is a huge time difference. So if she is not at your live and not available to you when you'd like her there, please don't be upset.
No.
Because the time difference is huge. Now, it's Monday for her.
Yes.
I'm still on Sunday.
Yeah.
That is a huge time difference.
I'm coming to you from the future. Yeah.
Like Dinky Jen is at 10 p.m. already.
Yeah.
So it is a huge difference. Yes, she is way in Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that, Martha. It is 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
which means she's mountain time.
Be careful with some people and when you expect them to be there, because you don't know what time zone they live in.
That's right.
So,
and I mean, I try to be at people's lives, and I almost always watch the replays. But if I can't sleep, which is quite often, that's why you will see me during the day. And I think a lot of people think, oh, she was there for Maureen's live or Froggy's live in the middle of the day or whatever. Why isn't she there now or whatever the case might be? And it's just, if I'm not there, that means I'm having a good sleep. That means I'm having a good day.
I'd rather you be sleeping. Well, would you go ahead and tell our guests goodbye?
Goodbye, and thank you for watching.
And Maureen.
These ladies are wonderful.
Thank you, sweetheart. We are so happy that y'all came in to pick Sam's brain just a little bit to get to know her a little more. And I do hope that we ask the right questions for all of you. If not, I mean, catch her lives, catch her videos, email her. I'm sure she'd be happy to answer anything that you have. As always, folks, please remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. It could be your light they need to see. And at this time of the year, we all need to let it shine.
We do.
And don't forget to join Maureen tomorrow morning before Hobie Bingo over on her channel. I will be joining her there. Sam, make sure you stay up here. I'll talk to you after the live. Nothing bad. Just want to thank her for coming.
Yeah, they're going to beat me up. They're going to beat me up.
But, stay safe. Be kind to one another. And happy yarning. Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.